You're listening to the Feather Mane Soul Blogcast, an audio reading of the blogs posted on Feather Mane Soul. Blogs are read by Kit Kalestow, spiritual storyteller. For links or additional information associated with the blog, please visit feathermanesoul.com/blog and click on the title you're interested in. Enjoy this blog post. This is the Horse Wisdom blog for June 6th, 2026. Horses don't mind the rain. I stepped outside earlier today to open the gates after giving the senior heart mare her lunch and to check and top off everyone's water. It was raining. Only it wasn't quite drizzle and it wasn't quite a steady rain. Light enough that for a moment I even wondered if it was raining. It was trying to, at least. I noticed that half the herd didn't mind. They were in the pasture grazing, while the other half were patiently, or not so patiently, waiting for me to open the gates to see if the senior mare left anything in her bucket. Spoiler alert, she did not. And I thought back to all the times I'd seen horses graze in steady to even moderate rain showers, and how I can often tell just how heavy the rain is by watching them canter back to the shed to stand under the roof. Sometimes they decide to stand under some trees instead. It just depends on the day and their moods. The bottom line? Horses don't mind the rain that occurs in their lives, and I feel as if we should adopt this attitude as well with the metaphorical rain that falls in our own lives. Now, let me assure you, I'm not talking about ignoring it or toxic positivity eating the rain away. There are times when rain sucks. Actual rain on your wedding day. If you're old enough, you can hear the Alanis Morissette song in your head. Or when you're hoping to have an outdoor show or picnic is rough. It can make you change your plans and create big disappointment. But there are times when the rain is welcome. Right now we're in a moderate drought, which is much improved from where we were just a few weeks ago. So although the weather makes my joints and spine ache and causes me to look for pain relief, I certainly don't mind it. Not even when I get soaked to the skin doing chores, because Mother Nature has a sense of humor where it's going to pour. It's going to do so about chore time. Identify the rain. In our own lives, it's important to identify the rain, or in our case, it is most likely grief, disappointment, regret, or some other unpleasant emotion. I want to stress that these emotions are as natural and as intrinsic a part of our own internal ecosystems as rain is to the global ecosystem. And like rain, sometimes these emotions come too much too quickly and overwhelm us. Again, this isn't a flaw, and while I could probably do a whole podcast, and maybe I will, talking about how just as climate change has altered precipitation patterns, the stressors in our own lives change our emotional patterns. It's still a way for the system to work. It's neither right nor wrong. It simply is. The horses identify the precipitation, rain versus the hose, which they do not like, and determine the best way to deal with it. So too, when we identify the rain in our own lives, we can then decide what emotional regulation methods we can use or what we need in the moment. And if it's a case where you don't know what you need, when it's raining, you seek shelter or at least an umbrella, and so too in our own lives, looking for safety, whether that's curling up with a comfort food or comfort show or a comfort kitty, taking a nap or crying it out. Do I need shelter from this storm? And if so, what can I do to provide that to myself? That's the question what the horses are asking themselves, and that's the question we can learn to ask ourselves as well. What are you doing to provide shelter for yourself today? If you're interested in learning more about wild spirit storytelling or about the wisdom that we can find from horses in the natural world, I encourage you to visit feathermanesoul.com and book a free consultation call, and let's talk about how I can help you. Thank you for listening to this episode of Feather Mane Soul Wisdom Extra, an audio recording of a blog post posted on Feather Mane Soul. All blogs are copyright 2025, all rights reserved by Kit Kalestow and Feather Mane Soul. Please like, subscribe, or follow wherever you get your podcast and our social media. Text for each blog can be found at feathermanesoul.com/blog. If you would like to learn about how spiritual storytelling can help you reclaim your relationship with spirituality and set your spirit free, please visit feathermanesoul.com and book a free call by using the button on our homepage. You're also welcome to pick up one of our free resources while you're there. Music is Call of the Mountains by Purple Planet Music and available at purple-planet.com.